When it comes to teaching with technology, one controversial issue has been whether students have the same social aspect of having that connectivity with their peers versus face-to-face relationships. So on one hand, some argue that using technology can inhibit that aspect to a certain degree because you're over the computer, you're across from long distances, using technology can kind of mask the person you really are. So from this perspective, I can see how it may inhibit, especially in really young children, it's very important to have social connections early on so they can understand where they are and their connections with their peers and where they are in the broader educational aspect. On the other hand, others argue against that, saying that that technology can enable these social connections. As we see, there's a lot of live streams going on. There's a lot of even throughout the use of video games, there's a lot of connections that could be made, and very successful connections that could be made, and that could connect you with other people around the world that you become very socially in tune with. But on an educational level, I think it's not more so like a social aspect as more like a friend relationship type. I'm thinking in the educational prospect, it's more of like how these peers can influence you in the social realm or in the educational realm. So my own view is that using technology can definitely help students in their social aspect. I think that it's a great tool that we use, and I try to infuse it with my lessons. Like the purpose of technology, educational technology, is to enhance the pedagogy and to enable students to learn. And there's so many good benefits of using technology, and it can expand the type of lessons you can create for your students to participate in. And there's a man named William Glasser, who is a psychiatrist back in the 80s, and something he said, I got it right here. It says, "We learn 50% of what we see and hear, 80% of what we discuss, and 95% of what we teach." So using technology, you still have to teach. Technology is just a tool. You still have to use it to teach the lesson. And 95% of what we come to know is from what we are taught. So using technology can greatly enhance it. Another thing that I feel strongly about is technology allows people to be more compassionate. Face to face, maybe you might not be up front. Not everybody's up front about it. Not everybody's honest about it. But using technology, it gives you the chance to be more expressive about yourself. Because you can do videos like this in your own privacy, and you're allowed to be more open about it. You don't have the external factors. The shyness. You don't have those external things that could bother you, or that could mess up your train of thought. So I would encourage using technology in the classroom. I would encourage limiting it though, and using it properly for assignments that can help relationships of the social aspect with students.